Hello there. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Bad Book Thief. Asha here. I am going to review one of the books that I read recently and I absolutely love this book. This is Captain Young's Ghost and the Ghostly Stories from the Hills of India by none other than Ruskin Bond. Before I proceed with the review, I want to request you to subscribe to my channel. Just click on the button below, and while you are at it, do also hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any of my notifications. I talk about books here, I share book reviews, and I share everything else bookish, sometimes non-bookish stuff as well. So if you do not want to miss out on any of those, the subscribe button and the bell icon, do that. The Ghost Stories from the Hills of India by Ruskin Bond is a collection of short stories, about 20-some stories, and these are horror stories. But let me tell you, don't freak out. These are the cutest horror stories that you will come across, because none of these stories are really going to scare you. At the heart of this novel is the one story, which is Captain Young's ghost story. Captain Young keeps visiting the town of Mussoorie. It's the town that he's founded, and he's so in love with it that he can't stop but keep revisiting this small town every now and then. Along with this story, there are a few other stories, and all of these stories are set in the hills of India, mostly around Mussoorie and Landoor and Barloganj and Chamba and all of those other neighborhoods where the author has either lived or visited. Since I have also visited those places, it was kind of special for me to read about those hills and kind of relate and think in my head, oh my god, did I visit that place? Was there a ghost there? That's as far as the settings go. The stories are really short, some of them about only 8 or 9 pages long, and the book itself is only about 200 some pages. So I think most of you guys will end up finishing it in a sitting or something like that. And like I said, the stories are short. They are beautifully written in the trademark, simple yet captivating Ruskin Bond style. I really want to talk about the ghosts in this book. When we speak of ghosts, it kind of tends to give us shivers and make us all go like, yeah, it's ghosts. But this book is different, because these ghosts are not really ghosts. They are not monsters, they are not demons, they are like long lost friends. And they also are kind of desperate, and they are also kind of longing for all of those human traits or human needs, expectations of love and affection, maybe attention a little bit, and care. So all of these ghosts are in a way like that. They are longing for company, they are longing for affection, some care, somebody to talk to. A few of the stories, if I have to talk to you about, one of the stories that I absolutely loved, which is about this girl who is from the hills, and she's a mountain girl, and she keeps visiting the valleys, and she sings these beautiful songs, and that's her way of kind of enticing, luring the travelers. And our author is beautifully enchanted by her. So every time he visits the valley, and he talks with her a little bit and understands about her a little bit, and gradually she stops coming, and he gets to know from one of the boys in the valley that she was never alive, and she's just one girl who loves to sing songs and enchant travelers. So when you read about it, you feel it's so cute, and it's so sweet to want to talk to someone and want company. And when you think about, okay, so she was a ghost, so you tend to get a little bit nervous there, but it lasts for like half a second. All of the stories are just as sweet as this. They are beautiful, and I think somewhere all of these ghosts feel so human that you want to kind of meet ghosts like that. All of these stories have that longing where the author kind of wants to meet these ghosts and again, and in some of these stories where he's already met them a couple of times and he knows that those are ghosts and those are not alive, he still goes out there and he's waiting for them, and he's kind of caught up with them. He is so hung up on them that he is heartbroken when he doesn't meet them again. So the beauty of his writing is this, that even ghosts feel so special and friendly and someone you would want to meet. This is another story which is about a beautiful girl called Julie, and she's dead for years, but she wants some change from the normal, from the routine, and she comes out of her grave in the night and she goes visiting parties with strangers, and then she goes back to her grave. There's this tale about this another woman who was betrayed in life, and she jumps off a cliff every night, and the author or whoever other has witnessed her knows that this is a tale that comes from centuries ago, where a woman was betrayed by her husband and she leaves her children and everybody behind, and she goes and jumps off the cliff from sheer disappointment in life. That was, I thought, heartbreaking again, disappointing really. But such are the stories of the ghostly tales from the hills of India, written by Ruskin Bond. Let me tell you, if you are somebody who believes that horror is not their thing, they would rather not read horror, never try hands at it, or they feel that it's just too scary a genre, this is perhaps the book to start. This is perhaps the place to start, because these stories at the end will not feel like horror at all. But I will be frank with you, there are a couple of stories that felt scary. For example, there is this incident at the morgue that I felt was scary in terms of the atmosphere that was created by the author. There is this skull which is showpiece really, but the way it kind of ends up being with this person that who kind of owns it is kind of scary in a way. So there are a couple of these stories that felt creepy, but even those are not ones that the ghosts are kind of going to jump at you from a corner or in the night scare you or something like that. I felt there was a very thin line between it being termed fiction and non-fiction, because it was written from the first person perspective and we know it's the author talking. So more than half the times I felt that okay, is this fiction, is this memoir? Did Ruskin Bond really meet all of these ghosts? So I think you're going to enjoy reading these stories. These are short, beautiful tales. Read them. One thing that I can definitely promise you is they are not going to give you nightmares, and they are not going to make you nervous. They are not going to give you the shivers, and you're definitely not going to feel that there is somebody lurking around or looking at you from over the shoulder. That you can be rest assured of. That's all, guys. That was my review of Captain Young's Ghost, the ghostly stories from the hills of India by Ruskin Bond. I have shared the link of this book in the description box below. If you want to read the review, it's already available on my blog, which is www.badbookthief.com. One of my friends had asked me, I read horror so much, and what was that one book which was horror and non-scary? I was like, okay, that's tricky. But this is the book to start. If you're looking for something horror and non-scary, start with this book. That's all for now. Do hit on the subscribe button. Don't forget. I would love to interact with you guys more often. I'm going to meet you again in my next video. Until then, be reading, be inspiring. Goodbye.